to start our today's class. And welcome to the class and see you again. And in today's lesson, okay? So in order to provide better experience for you, and we use Zoom to have this live class. And before today's lesson, we have some classroom rules that will help you focus on the real knowledge. Okay, the first one is we need to mute yourself when you enter the classroom, and you already finished this part and listen carefully when the teacher is speaking. So that means I am speaking. You just need to focus on the knowledge. Okay, third one, don't play in the chat box. And I think in the Zoom, and you can only send message to me. So that means you can send your answer to me, but you cannot play in the chat box. And the last one, have a go, do your best. And I hope you can enjoy this class and you can learn some new knowledge in today's lesson. Okay, and day 2, we are going to talk about some change on product and quotient. And we already learned some multiplication skills in previous lesson. So in today's lesson, first learn and discover, we want to understand the product and how we understand this product. Okay, it is given that 37 times 63, we have like 2,331. And I hope we can use this information to answer the following questions. And we don't need to use like long multiplication. We only use what we have, this equation, to help us quickly find the answer. Okay, so the first one, if I write down 37 times 63, that is 2,331. If I do some change on one multiplier, okay, I change to 370. What we have and how we change this multiplier, we just times 10, right? Okay, I will use another color to show what happened. What happened or what changed on this product. Okay, we just times 10 on one multiplier and we came another multiplier the same. How we change the product? Okay, as you know, we just need to times 10 on this product to have the answer 23310. Great. And I think you already know how to work out the answer. Okay. And if I change the condition, okay, if I change the condition, if I use 3.7, not the question in this page, okay? 3.7 times 33, what we have. Okay, from the original expression or from the original equation, how we change this multiplier? We divide by 10, right? So if we divide by 10 on one multiplier and we keep the other same, how this product change? Okay, how this product change? We just need to divide 10 on this product and we will have 233.1. Okay, so in this situation, I truly believe you already know when we do some change on one multiplier and the other one would keep the same, we will do the same operation on the product. Okay, so for the second question, how we can have the answer? We know if we keep one multiplier the same, and if we do some change on the other one. Okay, from 63 to 126, what we do, we times 2. So if we times 2 on one multiplier, and if we want to find the product, we just do the same change, right? So if we do the same change, we will have 2,331 times 2, we will have 4662. Right, so we can quickly find the answer. And if we want to do the third question, that should be quite easy for you, right? So from the original equation and comparing the original equation, what we change on this expression, we just times 3 on 37 to have 111. So if we want to find the result, that means 2331 times 3, we have 6991, right? Okay. In this question, we already know if we keep one multiplier the same, and when we do some change on the other multiplier, we will still do the same operation on the product. Okay. Oh, sorry. So that should be 6,993. Okay. And if we do some change on both two multipliers, what happens? Okay, I will write down this. 37 times 63, that is 331. Okay, in this time, I will do some change on this two multiplier. Okay, I will do 74 times 630. What is the result? Okay, before you have the result, let's see how we change this two multiplier. For the first one, we times 2, and the second one, we times 10, right? Okay, so if we want to understand this two change, when we do one change, we will do the same operation. So if we do another change, okay, it means we need to one more step, same operation. Okay, so that means that is 2,331 times 2 times another 10. Okay, great. I think most of you already found the answer. So what is the result? 46,620. So when we do change on both two multipliers, if we want to quickly find the answer, we should combine those two change on this product. Right? We will do one change, Okay, if we do another change, okay, we just combine another change on this product. We can still quickly find the answer. Okay, one more question. If I do this, so if I change the question, we have 3.7 times 126. What is the answer? And how we change two multipliers from 37 to 3.7. How these two number? We just divide by 10, right? And from 63 to 126, how we change? We times 2. Okay, you remember we need to consider two change on this product. Okay, one change that is divided by 10, it means if we just write down 2,331, it means we need to first divide 10, and because we have another change, right? We should have another change times 2, and we need to times 2 as well. And what is the result? That is 466.2. Okay, pay attention. If we have change on both multipliers, if we want to quickly find the answer, what we do, we need to combine those two changes on the product. Okay, I think you already know how we handle this type of question. And I will have a key points here. The larger the multiplier, the larger the product. It means they do the same operation. When we do one operation on multiplier, we will do the same operation on the product. And if the multiplier is multiplied by n, the product is also multiplied by n, right? So you already know if we times 2, on one multiplier and we do nothing on the other multiplier, for the product, we just times 2. Okay. And we have a practice here. So let's start to practice what we learned in multiplication. So for 123 times 17, that is 2091. Okay, so 130 times 170. 1230 times 170. How we change 123 times 17, that is 2091. Okay, 1230, 170. Okay, I will use another color. Times 10 times another 10. What that means, we just need to times 210 after 2091, and that is 209100. Great. So you all have the right answer. So how about the next question? 246 times 1.7. So if you cannot quickly find the answer, it doesn't matter. We can slowly find how we change on multipliers. 123 times 17, that is 2091. 246 times 1.7. Okay, first, how we change? Okay, from 123 to 246, we just times 2, right? Okay. From 17 to 1.7, what we do, that is divide by 10. Okay, we have both change, and we just need to do the both change on the product. We first times 2, and then we need to divide by 10. Okay, what is the answer? That is 418.2. Great. So most of you found the right answer. Okay, we have the third point. 41 times 510. Whoa, there is no there's no connection with the original equations, right? Do we have some connection here? Okay, I will write down 123 times 17, that is 2091. And I will write down 41 times 510. What is connection between these two equations? Okay, if you cannot find any connections, first, from 123 to 41, what we did, we divide by 3. So from 17 to 510, what we do, we times 30, right? We times 30. Okay, and we only need to do the same operation on the product. We divide by 3, we times 30. But in this situation, we know we divide by 3, we times 30. It means we just times 10. Did that make sense? Okay, we divide by 3, we times 30. It means we only times 10. So if you cannot understand this part, we know if we only have division and multiplication, we can change the operation order. So if we do one more step to help you understand this part, it should be like this. 30 divided by 3, that is 2091 times 10, that is 20910. Okay, we can still quickly find the answer without any long multiplication. That is the change on multiplication and the change on product. And congratulations, you all have the method. And we will move to the next part. So we already learned change on product. We also need to learn some change on the quotient or on the result in division. And how this change, there is a blank page. And I will write down an equation and we will learn together. Okay, so maybe I will write down a very easy equations, okay? 48. So the first, I will give you one multiplication. 6 times 8, that is 48. And we know multiplication and division, they are family. So if we have a multiplication, we can always use this multiplication to form some divisions. Right, okay, so in this page, I will use another division that is 48 divided by 6. We have 8. Okay, so right now, I will change something. Okay, first step. If I do 24 divided by 6, what we have? Easy. That is 4, right? Okay, so how we change from 48 to 24? We just divide by 2. Okay, when we divide by 2 on dividend, what we do on the result? We do the same operation. We do the same change, divide by 2. Right, okay. And if I just change another one, that is, okay, I will clear this part. If I just do 96 divided by 2, what is the result? That is 16, right? That is 16. Okay, from 48 to 96, that is times 2. And we can still use that rule when we do the change on the dividend. We can still do the same change on the result with times 2. Okay, that is quite easy to understand. And the next step, I will write down in this part. Okay, I don't change the dividend. I want to change the divisor. Okay, if I do 48 divided by 12, what is the result? What is the result? That is 4, right? That is 4. And in these two questions, okay, pay attention. The most difficult part is coming. How we change? We times 2. How we change from 6 to 12, we times 2. But how we change on the result? We times 2 again? No, we do the inverse operation, or we do the change in the opposite direction. Does that make sense? Here we times 2, but on result, we divide by 2. Okay, here is another question. We need to test what happened here, right? So if we use 48 divided by 3, what we have? We have 16, right? And if we focus on the change on divisor, we divide by 2. But when we focus on the result, what happens? We times 2. Okay, so here you need to remember, in division, and when you don't change the dividend and you only change the divisor, you will do the inverse change on the result. Does that make sense? Here we times 2, and on the result we need to divide by 2. And here we divide by 2, and for the result we need to times 2. Okay, and if I want to do one more, okay, I will write down this 48. So write down, and this time I don't use 48 divided by 6. I will use 48 divided by 8. We will have 6. And this time I will do some change on both two numbers here. And maybe I will change like 46 divided by 6. What is the result? 96 divided by 16. What is the result? Okay, how we change? From 48 to 96, we times 2. And from 8 to 16, we times 2 as well. Okay, but for the result, what we need to do is we write down 6 here, and when we do some change on dividends, we need to know we do the same change. But when we do some change on divisor, we need to do the inverse change. Okay, so here we times 2. So on result, we need to divide by 2. Okay, so this time we times 2 and we divide by another 2. It means we can just eliminate these two operations. We will still have 6 as the result. Okay, if I do another question, okay, so if that is 144 divided by 6, what happens? What is the result? 144 divided by 6, divided by 4, what is the result? If you don't use like long division, short division, how you can quickly find the answer? Okay, I will tell you this way. Okay, what happens on dividends? We times 3 here, right? And what happens on divisor? We just divide by 2. Okay, so for the result, how we change the result? We times 3 here. We need to keep this change times 3. And we divide by 2 here. We need to do the inverse operation, right? What is the inverse operation? For divide 2, that should be times 2, right? And what is the result? Great, most of you found the answer, 36, right? So we don't need to use short division. We can quickly find the answer. And here, we just put the key point here. A divided by B, we have Q. Okay, so don't be afraid with these letters. You just regard these letters as numbers. and the change of A will result the same change of Q. You remember when we do some change on this dividend, we will have the same change on this result. And the second one, the change of B will result the change of Q in opposite direction. Do you remember when we do some change on this divider? We will do the inverse operation on the result. So that means we need to do the change in opposite direction. That is very important. If you remember this, when you meet this type of question, that is quite easy for you. Okay, so how we use this part to do this practice? We have 5 questions here. 48 times 26, that is 1,248. Okay, do you remember when we meet a multiplication, that is a family member of division. So we can quickly have another division. That is 1,248 divided 26. We can quickly have the answer 48. Okay, right now we need to start our performance, right? So what is 1248 divided by 13? Okay, how we change? What we change? Which part we change? Okay, from 26 to 16, we divide by 2, right? Okay, if we divide by 2, if we do some change on the divider, we need to do the operation, the opposite, we need to do the inverse operation on the result. Divide by 2, what is inverse operation? That we times 2, we have 96. Okay, next one. 624 divided by 26. Okay, this time we have 1,248 divided by 26, that is 48. What we change? Okay, just tell me what we change. We just divide by 2 on dividend, right? So if we only do some change on dividend, it means we need to do the same change on the result. That is 24. Okay, great. And the fourth one. Okay, the fourth one. 124.8 divided by 260. Okay, so this question I will write down here. 1,248 divided by 26. That is 48. This equation is coming from the original multiplication. Okay, that is 124.8 divided by 260. Okay, so how we handle this question? We first focus on the change on each part. Okay, for this one, we just times 10. Does that make sense? Okay, and we do some change on this divisor. Of course, we times 10. Okay, we divide by 10, we times 10. What happens? Maybe they eliminate each other. Okay, what happens on the result? First, we divide by 10. Here, we need to do the same operation, right? Okay, and the change on divisor, we times 10. It means we need to do the inverse operation. That is divide by 10. Does that make sense? Okay, great. 48 divided by 10 and divide by another 10. Okay, what happened? What is the result? That is 0.48. Okay, that is the fourth question. The last question, what happened? 259.6 divided by 24. Do we have some connections? Do we have some connections with the original equations? Okay, I will write down the original equation. And this time, we don't use this division. I will use another division because there is 2.4. We know 24 times 2, that is 48. So I guess it may have some connections. Okay, 1248 divided by 48, that is 26. And we can have this division from the original equations. Okay, so that is how we change to have 2596 divided by 22.4. Okay, what we change on dividend? What we change on dividend? Okay, we do know 1248 times 2, it should be 2596. And what is from 1248 to 259.6? Okay, so if you cannot send the change quickly, okay, I can tell you a tricky method. 1248 times 2, that is 2596. Okay, so from 2596 to 559.6, what do we do? That is we divide by 10, right? So that means we just do 1248 times 2 divided by 10, we have 259.6. So what we change, that is divide by 5. Okay, we divide by 5. That we can have 259.6. We do this change on 1248, we can have this answer. Okay, so from 48 to 2.4, how we change? I think maybe this will be a little easier. We just divide by 20, right? Okay, right now we already know this true change. We will send out the answer. Okay, 26, that is the original answer. And we should do some change on this original answer. Okay, first, we divide by 5 on dividend. We do this change on dividend. So it means we need to do the same change. And we have another change on divider, that is divide by 20. We need to do the inverse operation. Inverse operation, we just need to times 20. Okay, do you remember? We can change the operation order. That is 26 times 20 divided by 5. And if we first work out this part, that is 26 times 4. What is 26 times 4? What is 26 times 4? That is 104. Okay, so you can just think about the 5th question. What we do here, we first find the change on these two parts. How we change the dividend, how we change the divisor to have the new expression. And then we can work out the final answer based on our rule. Okay, and we will have a summary. In today's lesson, we learn some change on product. We learn some change on quotient. And on product, that should be quite easy. The change of A or the change of B. So it means if we do some change on multiplier, it will result the same change of C. Right? You will agree with me, right? Okay. That means A change, B change, C change. Okay, they will do the change in the same direction. And in the division, we will have x divided by y, that is q. And this part, the change of x will result the same change of q. Okay, so in this pair, we still have the change on same direction. Okay, the last one. The change of y will result. We already know will result the change of q in opposite direction. So only this one change will have an opposite direction. So that is very important. Only we change on divisor will result a change of the product of the result in opposite direction. Okay, so if you already master these two rules, give me thumb up in the chat box. Okay, I think you can send this emoji, right? If you understand this part, this true knowledge, give me thumb up. I need to make sure like each of you already learned this well. Great, great, great. Okay, thank you. So that is today's lesson. And after today's lesson, we will have, I remember 5 questions as our homework, as our practice. And that should be quite easy for you, right? So see you tomorrow. Bye.